Thousands of Nigerians are being deported from America right now under the administration of Donald Trump, the United States president. But this isn't the story you see on TV or hear on the news. Why are thousands of Nigerians being targeted so suddenly? What is driving this harsh crackdown? And what happens to those who are sent back to a country that feels like a stranger? This is not just about immigration, it's about families ripped apart, dreams shattered, and a desperate fight for survival on 2 continents. If you want the full truth behind these secret deportations, the untold human stories, and what this means for Nigeria and America, you need to watch this video all the way to the end. Before we begin, please smash the like button if you believe every story deserves to be told. Subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. Behind every deportation number is a life: a mother, a father, a student, a worker, someone with hopes and dreams suddenly shattered. Many of those being deported aren't strangers or criminals. They are Nigerians who came to America legally some decades ago, chasing education, better jobs, or simply a chance to build a stable life. Some had American-born children. Others owned homes or held steady jobs. They paid taxes, went to school, and made communities vibrant with their culture and hard work. Yet, despite their efforts to build a future, they found themselves caught in a web of immigration policies that see them not as people, but as statistics. Imagine a man who arrived on a student visa, studied hard, graduated, and started a family. One small paperwork issue, a visa delay, or a missed renewal sends him to a detention center stripped of rights, isolated, and left waiting for a flight home. Or a woman who took her children to school one morning and never made it to work, suddenly detained without explanation. The fear is real and growing. Families live in constant worry, unsure who will be next. Communities whisper about those who disappeared, their stories passing in hushed tones. Many avoid public places, scared that their names will be called, their lives appended. This human cost often goes unnoticed. But it is the beating heart of this crisis: the faces, the families, and the lives forever changed. What caused this sudden surge in deportations targeting Nigerians? The answer lies deep within shifting U.S. immigration policies and political strategies. Under Donald Trump's administration, a hardline approach to border control and immigration enforcement returned with force in 2025. Nigerians rank high in visa overstay statistics not because they are criminals, but due to complex visa renewal processes, backlogs, and occasional missed deadlines. Many arrive legally on student or work visas but struggle with paperwork, extensions, or changing circumstances. This vulnerability made Nigerians prime targets for fast, efficient removals. Behind the scenes, the US government quietly signed agreements with countries like Nigeria to speed deportations. Unlike powerful nations such as India or China, Nigeria lacked the diplomatic leverage to resist or negotiate terms, making it easier to designate Nigerians for removal. Politically, this crackdown served more than security goals, it was a message. Trump's slogan about restoring America's borders wasn't just physical protection. It was about appealing to a base that viewed immigrants, especially successful and visible Nigerian communities, with suspicion or resentment. Conservative media amplified narratives framing Nigerian immigrants as abusing the system, despite little evidence. This made deportations politically popular in some circles, and Nigerians found themselves scapegoats in a larger cultural conflict. What started as immigration enforcement became a carefully engineered campaign targeting Nigerians quietly, systematically, and with devastating human impact. Once detained, Nigerians face a world few understand and even fewer see. These detention centers are not prisons, but the experience can feel worse: isolation, uncertainty, and a crushing loss of dignity. Imagine being locked in a place where few staff speak your language. Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa languages you grew up with are foreign here. Medical requests are delayed or ignored. Food is bland and unfamiliar. Phone calls with loved ones are rationed or cut short. Legal access is limited. Meetings with lawyers happen through bulletproof glass and last only minutes. Some detainees go days without contact. The psychological toll is immense. The waiting is endless, as deportation flights are scheduled only when enough people are ready to be shipped out. Many detainees were never criminals, just caught in a web of paperwork and policy. Yet, they wear standard-issue clothes, lose their passports and IDs, and become numbers in a system designed to move them efficiently, not fairly. Reports reveal abuses: solitary confinement, intimidation, medical neglect, especially for African detainees who question orders. There is no bail, no trial. Once flagged, you wait, trapped in limbo, until a cold, unannounced flight takes you home. This hidden system leaves scars: physical, mental, and emotional scars that follow deportees long after the plane lands. Stepping off the plane, you expect relief. You expect home. But for thousands of Nigerians deported from America, arrival is a moment filled with confusion, fear, and isolation. Many returnees left Nigeria as teenagers or young adults. After years abroad, they no longer speak the local languages fluently. Their clothes, mannerisms, and even their accents mark them as strangers. They step into a country that moved on without them. At the airport, there's no welcome committee. No reintegration program. Instead, they face long immigration lines, rushed interviews, and more bureaucratic processing. Some are shackled upon arrival, still carrying the trauma of detention. Once free, many have no SIM cards, no money in local currency, no housing arranged. Families and friends may welcome some, but many walk out alone into an uncertain world. Stigma adds another heavy burden. Deportation is seen as failure, a mark of shame. Communities question their stories. How can someone deported for paperwork problems, not crime, earn trust or jobs? Without support, many face homelessness or turn to dangerous underground economies to survive. The very country they once called home feels like a foreign land, cold, unforgiving, and full of judgment. Deportation might seem like an end, of final chapter. But for many Nigerians sent home from America, it's just the beginning of a dangerous new journey. With little support or opportunity waiting, many returnees find themselves trapped in a cycle of desperation. Unable to find work, housing, or acceptance, some turn to risky paths to leave again. Illegal migration routes through Libya, Tunisia, or the Canary Islands become tempting escapes from hardship. These journeys are treacherous, rife with exploitation, human trafficking, and danger. Yet, the hope for a better life drives many to take these risks, repeating the cycle of migration and deportation over and over. This revolving door shows that deportation doesn't stop migration, it reshapes it, pushing people toward more secretive, dangerous, and traumatic routes. The system's failure to support returnees only fuels this pattern, leaving individuals vulnerable and trapped in endless hardship. While thousands return home facing hardship, the Nigerian government has largely remained silent. Deportation is a difficult topic, politically inconvenient, uncomfortable to acknowledge. No major policies or programs have been launched to manage this growing crisis. Reintegration efforts are minimal and underfunded, leaving returnees to fend for themselves. There is no nationwide plan for housing, counseling, or job training to help these individuals rebuild their lives. This silence hides deeper issues. Acknowledging the deportation wave would force a reckoning with the root causes pushing Nigerians to leave in the first place: unemployment, insecurity, poor education, and failing infrastructure. Instead, deportees are often seen as failures who broke the law, a broader narrative that shifts blame and avoids confronting systemic problems. However, civil society groups, churches, and NGOs are stepping up, creating informal support networks offering food, shelter, legal advice, and emotional healing. These grassroots efforts provide hope but cannot replace national action. The government's failure to respond adequately is a missed opportunity to turn this crisis into a chance for real change. The crisis of Nigerian deportees is painful, but it doesn't have to be hopeless. Real change begins with awareness and action from governments, communities, and individuals alike. Nigeria urgently needs a comprehensive reintegration program. This means government-funded housing, job training, mental health counseling, and legal aid designed specifically for deportees. These services must be scalable to meet the growing numbers. On the US side, more transparent immigration policies and humane detention practices can reduce trauma and allow for fairer treatment. Community organizations and churches can expand their vital work, creating safe spaces for healing and opportunity. Nigerian society must stop stigmatizing deportees and instead support their return as a chance to rebuild and grow. Finally, everyone watching this video can help. Share this story to raise awareness. Advocate for better immigration reform. Support organizations working directly with deportees. Deportation is not the end of a story, it is a chapter in a larger narrative about hope, resilience, and the power of compassion. Thank you for watching. If this video moved you, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share this video to help spread the truth and inspire change.